Hello there, I am Tommy Taco, and welcome back to my New York Yankees franchise. The last time we saw the Yankees, they were in Detroit, losing a heartbreaker to the Tigers, 5-4 in the bottom of the ninth. Detroit got out to an early 3-0 lead. The Yankees responded in the top of the second with three. And then there was a stalemate until the eighth inning where the Yankees picked up a run on a hit by Aaron Hicks, which led to the bottom of the ninth, and Chapman came up into the game and gave up a home run to Castro and to C.J. Cron to end the game. Urshela homered for the Yankees. Quite the disappointing loss. Jonathan Scope also homered for Detroit as they come away with the 5-4 victory. Montgomery pitched for the Yankees. He had the rocky first inning and then settled down after that and pitched well. Iannavino pitched a scoreless inning, which led to Chapman's debacle. Fulmer pitched for Detroit. He also pitched well, and then the Detroit bullpen, Burrows and Jimenez, kept them in it, and they win the game. So, a disappointing loss for the Yanks, but that'll bring us right into the quick manage session. I am going to quick manage the rest of the month, starting with this game on the 23rd in Detroit. I played 5 user games this month, including that first the last week of March. I played 5 games. I won 3 and lost 2. So let's get right into the quick managing. Garrett Cole will be on the bump today against Zimmerman here in Detroit. I'm really enjoying these quick manage sessions. Cole and Zimmerman. Let's see the Yankee lineup today. Got a bunch of guys on fire. Brett Gardner is not doing well so far this year. But Mike Tauchman is. We're going to give Vogt the day off even though he's hot. And put in Andujar. And this is how we'll roll today. Again, Gary Sanchez is injured, so this is what, and we called Iannetta up from Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So the lineup for today is LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Hicks, Andujar, Tauchman, Urshela, and Iannetta. We're going to skip that and go. Yankees leading off top of the first with LeMahieu. And he doubles. And a 2-run home run by Judge gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Now we have top of the first, runners at first and second, and Andujar is up with 1 out. He doubles in a run. Looks like the other runner got thrown out at the plate. Tauchman singles, and Urshela gets out. So the Yankees have a 3-run lead after the top of the first. Tigers batting in the home first. Nothing doing there. Top second for the Yankees. We have 2 outs, runners at first and second with Stanton up. And he flies out. Detroit, bottom of the second. 2 on, 2 out for Demerite. And he singles in a run. Then Cole gets out of it. Top 3 for the Yanks. A walk to Tauchman and a 2-run home run by Gio Urshela gives the Yankees a 5-1 lead. Iannetta doubles. Then LeMahieu flies out. That'll do it for the Yanks. Bottom 3 for the Tigers. They go 1, 2, 3. Top 4 for the Yanks. We have 2 on, 1 out. Ivan Nova pitching to Aaron Hicks. He lines out, and Andujar flies out. Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. They strike out twice and have back-to-back singles. 2 outs, 2 on for Demerite again. And he strikes out. Top of 5 for the Yankees, starting with Talkman. Nothing doing there. Bottom 5 for Detroit. Goose egg, top 6 for the Yankees. And they're retired. On to the Tigers in the bottom of the 6. They go 1, 2, 3. Top 7 Yankees. Andujar and Aneta occupy first and second. 2 outs for LeMahieu, who will be facing Kyle Funkhauser. And a single off of Funkhauser leaves the bases juiced for Aaron Judge. And he hits into a fielder's choice. So bottom 7 for the Tigers. They're retired in order. Top 8 for the Yanks. They follow suit. Bottom 8 Tigers. 2 on, 2 out for Nico Goodrum off of Garrett Cole. And he gets a single. Might be time to take Cole out of there. Let's see. Candelario's a switch hitter who is up. We are going to get him out, hopefully, with Mr. Tommy Canley. And he gets Nico to fly out. So top of 9 for the New York Yankees, leading with Andujar, who strikes out. Talkman strikes out. Urshela double, and Ionetta walk. So 2 on, 2 out for LeMahieu. He's hit by a pitch. That'll give Aaron Judge back-to-back at-bats with the bases loaded. And he grounds out. So 5-1 Yanks going into the bottom of the 9th. Canley staying in. And gets the Tigers 1, 2, 3. And the Yankees have defeated the Tigers 5-1. Garrett Cole is the winning pitcher. And here we go, right on to Cleveland. Actually, we'll be back in the Bronx against Cleveland. It'll be Severino versus Carrasco. First game back at home, we'll get Kyle in there. Gleyber Torres could use a day off. Bear with me as I put this lineup together. This is how we are going to roll for today. LeMahieu, Judge, Hicks, Stanton, Urshela, Voit, Gardner, and Kyle. Actually, I'm going to give Gio the day off. Play Andujar instead. So there we are.
Let's play ball.
Cleveland batting the top of the first. Nothing doing there. Yankees turn at the dish. LeMahieu and Judge at second and third with 1 out for Stanton. Sac fly. Yankees score 1. Then the Indians get out of it, and they'll be batting here in the top of the second. Leadoff double by Franmil Reyes, and he's stranded at second. Yankees batting, bottom second. 2 on, 2 out for LeMahieu. Nothing doing there. Indians batting, top third. Runners at the corners with no outs for the top of the order, and Cesar Hernandez. He lines out. Mercado pops out, and Lindor grounds out as Sevy gets out of it. And Aaron Judge leads off the bottom of the third for the Yankees with a home run to give them a 2-0 lead. And that's all they'll get. Top 4 for the Indians. A big goose egg there. Bottom 4 for the Yankees. Gardner steals second after singling. And then a 2-run home run for DJ LeMahieu to give the Bombers a 4-0 lead. Judge gets out, and now it's time for the Indians in the top of the 5th. And they score a run on a double by Mercado, making it 4-1. And then Lindor singles to make it 4-2. So after the top of the 5th, the Yankees lead the Indians 4-2. Yankees batting, starting with the 3-hole hitter Hicks. Hicks and Stanton occupy second and first with 1 out and Voit up. And he hits a 3-run blast, making it 7-2 Yankees. And the Indians have changed their pitcher to Nick Whitgren. He'll face Brett Gardner and Kyle, and they're are both retired. On to the Indians batting in the top of the 6th. They have 2 on and 1 out. And then Santana takes Severino deep, making it 7-5 Yankees. Looks like we're going to need a new pitcher in here. Bring in Holder to face Perez. He gives up a single, fly out, and then a caught stealing. So going into the bottom of the 6th, 7-5 Yankees. Nothing doing for the Yanks in the 6th. Top 7 Indians. They get a walk and a stolen base. And then a 2-run home run from Franmil Reyes. And that'll tie the game at 7. Holder's still in there. Not for long. As the Yankees change their pitcher to Chad Green. And he gets out of the jam. 7-7, bottom 7 for the Yankees. Phil Maton in to pitch for Giancarlo Stanton. Back-to-back singles by Andujar and Voit. Gardner flies out, followed by an out from Kyle. That'll give the Yankees no runs in the 7th to keep the game at 7-7 after 7. Top of 8 for the Cleveland Indians. Perez strikes out, and then a 1-out triple by Cesar Hernandez. Chad Green strikes out Mercado. He'll be facing the ever-dangerous Francisco Lindor with a runner on third and 2 outs. And gets him to ground out. Bottom 8 for the Bombers now, leading with Estrada. He'll be facing Dominic Leone. And walks. LeMahieu walks. 2 on and no outs for the Judge, who singles in a run to give the Yankees an 8-7 lead. Runners at first and second, still with no outs. Aaron Hicks will be facing Adam Simder, who's come on to pitch, who strikes out Hicks. Stanton flies out, and Andujar is out. That'll lead us to the top of the 9th. We're going to go with Chapman. He's looking a little, you know what? Let's bring in Zach Britton. He's got closer's experience.
Your attention, please.
Okay, 2 out. Delino DeShields just entered the game as a pinch runner. And promptly steals second. And then Carlos Santana hits a 2-run home run off of Zach Britton to give the Indians a 9-0 lead. And that's all they'll get, leading to the New York Yankees in the bottom of the 9th. Brad Hand in to close the game. Strikes out Voit. Do we want a pinch hit for Gardner? No, we're going to let him go. And the Yankees lose another heartbreaker in the late innings. We gave Britton an opportunity to close out the game. However, he blows the save, and the Yankees fall to the Indians 9-8. Right into the next one. Paxton against Aaron Savali. I don't want to give Hicks a day off, but because he's so hot right now, but this is what we're going to go with. LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Tauchman, Gardner, Voit, Urshela, and Iannetta. Coming up next.
Play ball.
Top one for Cleveland.
Ball 4, take the base.
2 on, 2 out against the 4-0 James Paxton. And he gets them to ground out. Nothing doing for Cleveland. Top of the first. Yankees bottom of the first. They go in order. Top second for the Indians. They follow suit, going down in order. Yankees bottom second. 2 on, 2 out for Gio Urshela. And he flies out. Top 3 for the Indians. A 2-out triple for Mercado. And then Paxton gets out of it. Bottom of 3 for the Yankees, starting with the 9-hole hitter Arenetta. But the 2-hole hitter Aaron Judge hits a solo home run to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Torres follows up with a single. Now we have a walk to Stanton and 2 on and 2 out for Michael Tauchman. And he strikes out. Paxton, he got 2 outs. Santana singled, and Luplow hit a 2-run home run to give the Indians a 2-1 lead. And that's all they'll get. Bottom 4 for the Yankees, starting with the 6-hole hitter Gardner. Nothing doing there. Top 5 for the Tribe. Goose egg on the scoreboard for them in the 5th. Yankees bottom of the 5th. 2 on and 2 out for Giancarlo Stanton against starter Aaron Savali. And he grounds out. Top 6. Tribe at the dish. And Carlos Santana hits in Danny Santana. And now the Cleveland Indians have a 4-1 lead. Let's see if we can get Paxton through this. No. Just doesn't have it today. Can't complain. He's done excellent so far this season. And the Yankees get 3 in the top of the 6th. Yankees, well, they come firing back. 5-2 Yankees as Michael Tauchman takes Savali deep. 2 on, 1 out for Chris Iannetta. He will be facing Nick Whitgren, who comes into the game to pitch for the Tribe. He strikes out Arenetta. LeMahieu singles, no run scores, but we have the bases juiced for the Judge. Let's see what he can do. He singles in a run. 5-3 Indians lead the Yankees now. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Glaber. And he singles to score 2 runs, which ties the game at 5. And the situation is runners at the corners with 2 outs for Giancarlo Stanton. And he strikes out. Ottavino, pitching to the Tribe in the top of the 7th. 2 outs and a runner at third. And he gets Carlos Santana out onto the Yankee 7th. Oliver Perez in for the Indians to face the 2 lefties, Tauchman and Gardner. Tauchman strikes out, Gardner singles. Voit strikes out, and Urshela gets out. Top of the 8th for the Cleveland Indians. Ottavino still in the game. Naquin is pinch hitting. And Ottavino gets the job done. So bottom of the 8th, New York Yankees. 9-hole hitter Chris Iannetta leading off the inning against Phil Mayton, who has a 2.84 ERA thus far on this young season. Iannetta grounds out. LeMahieu strikes out, and Aaron Judge goes big fly to give the Bombers a 6-5 lead. That'll lead us into the top of the ninth. Hopefully, Aroldis Chapman can get the job done. He'll be facing the top of the order. 6-5 Yankees. No outs. Top of the ninth. Here is the closer. Gets Cesar Hernandez to ground out. Mercado to pop out. Jose Ramirez walks. And Fred Mil Reyes hits a 2-run home run. I think I just threw up in my mouth. I don't know what's wrong with Aroldis Chapman, but he gets out of it in the ninth, but relinquishes the lead to the Indians 7-6. Now we'll have the Yankees batting in the bottom of the ninth. Let's see if they can fight back, starting with the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He will be facing the Indians closer, lefty Brad Hand. He strikes out. Michael Tauchman flies out. Brett Gardner walks. And Luke Voigt hits into a fielder's choice, and the Indians have defeated the New York Yankees 7-6. Boy, those two really stung, let's be honest. The back end of the Yankee bullpen is failing us early in this season, which is unfortunate because that is one of the strong suits to the Yankee team. Chapman blowing saves, Zach Britton blowing saves. I would have never thought that it would be the bullpen that would be faltering this early in the season. We're going to give LeMahieu a day off here. Okay, well, that's how baseball works, folks. Boy, quite disappointing. All right, we'll have Aaron Judge DH today. He seems to be picking it up at the bat, at least with the power anyway. This is what we are going to roll with. Let's get positive and see if we can get off the schneid here. We don't want to lose our third game in a row. We're going to go with Gardner, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Hicks, Andujar, Urshela, Tyler Wade, and Chris Iannetta coming up next.
Let's play ball.
Indians, top of the first, go quietly. Yankees, also go quietly. Top of the second for the Indians. They follow with another goose egg. Yankees batting in the second. Nothing doing there. Top three Tribe. Another 0 on the board. Yankees bottom of the third. Gio leads off with a double. And is stranded 0-0 after 3. Top 4 for the Tribe. They go in order. Yankees also go in order in the fourth. Top 5 for the Indians. Nothing doing there. Yankees get a 2-out double for Urshela and leave him stranded again. 5-0, or excuse me, 0-0 after 5. Top 6 for the Indians. And Francisco Lindor takes Masahiro Tanaka deep for a 2-run Indians lead. That's all they'll get. Bottom 6 for the New York Yankees. They'll come away with no runs. Top 7 for the Tribe. Tanaka's still going. He gives up another run. Might be time to take Tanaka out. Bring in Chad Green. He gets out of it. Yankees batting in the 7th. And finally, some life from the Yankees as Andujar hits a 2-out solo home run. And that's all they'll get. And after 7 innings, we have a 3-1 Cleveland lead. Top 8 for the Indians. They go down 1-2-3 to Chad Green. Bottom 8 for the Bronx Bombers. Ali P., better known as Oliver Perez, comes in, strikes out Wade and Iannetta, and gets Gardner to ground out. Top of the 9th, we're going to keep Green in, and that works out this time. Bottom of the 9th now for the Bombers, starting with the 2-hole hitter Aaron Judge. Okay, so the Yankees have 3 right-handers, a switch hitter, and 2 right-handers to face the lefty Brad Hand, with the Tribe holding on to a 3-1 lead. No outs, bottom of the 9th. Here's Judge. He walks. Torres doubles him in, so we have Gleyber Torres at second with no outs. Here comes Giancarlo Stanton. And he singles in Torres to tie the game at 3. So finally, some late inning heroics from the Yankees, as their opponents have been doing to them recently. So we have Stanton at first with no outs, and they chase Hand from the game. Adam Simber is now in the game. And Hicks singles, 2 on, no outs. Miguel Andujar, Urshela, and Wade are due up against Simber. Let's see what he can do. Andujar flies out, Urshela strikes out, and Wade gets out. So all is not lost. The Yankees come back, show some fortitude, and tie the game at 3, going into the top of the 10th now. Green staying in the game and striking out the side, getting stronger as the game goes on. Chris Iannetta takes one for the team, and he's on first base with no outs against Adam Simber. Brett Gardner walks. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. And he singles in the winning run, and the Yankees provide some extra inning heroics and defeat the Indians 4-3. Wonderful. Okay, an off day for the Yankees, and then we'll be in Detroit. Excuse me, we will be in the Bronx, rather. We're going to keep Gary on the disabled list. Coming off an off day, Jordan Montgomery's going to be on the bump against Michael Fulmer. This is actually a game I played in Detroit. Now these same pitchers will be facing each other here in the Bronx. Let's get Kyle in there today. Everybody's rested, recharged, and ready to go. And this is what we're going to go with. LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Hicks, Gardner, Voit, Urshela, and Kyle Higashioka coming up next.
Play ball.
Tigers batting, top of the first, and Jonathan Scope doubles in a run. 2 on and 2 out, and Montgomery gets out of it. So the last couple games Montgomery's pitched, he's given up runs in the first inning. Yankees bat him in the bottom of the first. They have Torres at second, Stanton at first for the hot hitting Aaron Hicks, and he flies out. Top of second for the Tigers. That'll be a 0 on the scoreboard for them. Bottom 2 for the New York Yankees. They follow suit with a 0. Top 3 for the Tigers. They go 1, 2, 3. Yankees. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Torres at second base, and Stanton pops up. Top 4 for the Tigers. They're down in order. Bottom 4 for the Yankees. They end the inning on a double play. No runs. 1-0 after 4 innings. Top 5 for the Tigers. They go down in order. Yankees have Kyle on second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And the batter strikes out. Top of the 6th for the Tigers. They go 1-2-3. Torres leads off the 6th with a single for the Yankees. And Gardner hits a triple and knocks in Gleyber Torres to tie the game at 1. Gardner with a big hit. And then Luke Voit goes yard to give the Yankees a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Gio Urshela singles, and they have gotten to Michael Fulmer. Kyle gets out to end the inning. Montgomery here in the 7th. I'm going to roll with him. And he sets the Tigers down in order in the 7th. The Yankees, top of the order here in the 7th inning. Bases are loaded. 1 out for Aaron Hicks, and he walks to give the Yankees a 4-1 lead. Brett Gardner will now be facing Jordan Zimmerman, who entered the game. The Yankees have a 4-1 lead. Brett Gardner hits into a fielder's choice. No runs scored. Luke Voit off of on Joe. Pardon me, I'm so excited. Luke Voit against Jordan Zimmerman, and he doubles, scoring 3 runs. I was just getting my voice ready for that call because I knew Luke was going to get it done, but I didn't know Gio Urshela was going to follow up with a 2-run home run right there to give the Yankees a 9-1 lead. And they have a 6-run 7th inning as the Bronx Bombers take a commanding 9-1 lead. Jordan Montgomery still in the game. And he hasn't given up a run since the 1st inning. He's been rolling right along. Bottom of the 8th for the New York Yankees now. And Aaron Judge with a big fly. Balls flying all over the yard here. Gleyber Torres singles. Stanton flies out. And the Yankees get 1 run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of 9 now. I think we're going to take Mr. Montgomery out on a good note. I would like to get Zach Britton some work. And maybe... There we go. Britton closes the door on a Yankees 10-1 victory over the Detroit Tigers. An excellent outing from Jordan Montgomery, which is nice to see. Going right on to the next game here. They don't call it quick manage for nothing. Well, looks like it's going to be a little rainy today as Garrett Cole will be taking on the Tigers' Ivan Nova, who used to play for the Yankees. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to roll with this. LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Hicks, Gardner, Voit, Urshela, and Chris Iannetta coming up next.
Let's play ball.
Tigers in the 1st off of Garrett Cole. Nothing doing there. Yankees, Aaron Judge singles, and Gleyber Torres sack bunts him over to second base. Some small ball being played by the Yankees. And all for naught as Giancarlo Stanton grounds out. Top 2nd for the Tigers. 0 on the scoreboard there. Yankees bottom 2. They go 1-2-3. Top of 3 for the Tigers. Stewart reaches on a double. Then Nico Goodrum doubles him in to give the Tigers a 1-0 lead. And then Candelario takes Garrett Cole deep with a 2-run home run, and the Detroit Tigers lead the Yankees 3-0 with no outs here in the 3rd. And then Cole retires the Tigers after that. 3-0 Tigers. Yankees go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Top 4, 3-0 Tigers. Tigers have one out and one on. Former Yankee Cameron Maben is on second, and former Yankee Austin Romine is at the dish. He strikes out, and Stewart gets out. So 3-0 Yankees going into the bottom of the fourth for the Yankees, starting with Judge. And the B for the Yankee order goes 1, 2, 3. Top 5 for the Tigers on Cole. They get a 2-out double from Reyes. Leave him stranded. Bottom 5 for the New York Yankees. A triple for Brett Gardner. Knocks in Aaron Hicks, who reached on an error. No outs, runner at third. Ivan Nova gets Voit to ground out, Urshela to ground out, and Iannetta out. So 3-1 Tigers after 5. Top of 6, Cole's still pitching. Starting with the 3-hole hitter, C.J. Cron. He singles. And Cameron Maben doubles, but Cron does not score. Must have been thrown out on the base pass, and Romine gets out. So 3-1 going into the Yankees' bottom of the 6th, starting with the top of the order, and the Judge, he goes deep with solo home run to cut the Tigers' lead to 1. 3-2 Tigers. Torres strikes out. Stanton walks. And the Tigers get out of it. Top of the 7th for the Detroit Tigers. They go quietly. Bottom of 7 for the Yankees, starting with Gardner. They go in order. You know what? That's a good enough outing for me from one Garrett Cole. We got a lefty and 2 righties coming up. I think I'm going to roll with Ottavino. Pitching to Castro. And he promptly hits him. But then gets out of the inning. So 3-2 Tigers, Yankees batting, and the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if we can get a pinch hitter in here for Iannetta.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here comes Michael Talkman, who's been hitting rather well this year with a 305 average. Let's see if they stick with Nova. No, they go to Buck Farmer in a 15.43 ERA. Magnificent. Let's see what Talkman can do off of Farmer. And he walks. LeMahieu flies out. Judge flies out in a fielder's choice, so he is at first. Torres, 2 outs, Judge at first. And he lines out. We're going to stay with Ottavino, who mows down the Tigers 1, 2, 3. That'll bring up 4-hole hitter Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 9th. We'll have Stanton, Hicks, Gardner, and Voit against Joe Jimenez, who has a 1.69 ERA. This will be quite the challenge for the Yankees. Let's see what they can do. Stanton pops up. Hicks grounds out, and Gardner strikes out, and then the Yankees lose another 1-run ball game to the Tigers, 3-2. And then this will be the last game of this quick managed session, as I will be playing my next game. I do believe that game is in Toronto. We will check after this game, after we rattle this off. Another day in the Bronx. Luis Severino, who's 2-1 with a 3.32 against Matthew Boyd, the lefty for the Tigers. Let's see. And that's how we are gonna... Oh, Hicks and Stanton and Kyle have gone cold. That's never a good thing. Let's take a quick look at the averages. Interesting stuff. We'll put Andujar at first and DH Voit. That'll get him some energy back. So here we go. We're going to roll with DJ LeMahieu leading it off. Aaron Judge, Torres, Stanton, Hicks, Andujar, Luke Voigt, Gio Urshela, and Kyle coming up next.
Play ball.
Tigers batting. Reyes leads off the game with a single off of Luis Severino. And then he retires the Tigers in order after that. Yankees batting bottom of the first, and after an Aaron Judge walk, Gleyber Torres hits a 2-run homer to give the Bombers a 2-0 lead off of Matt Boyd and the Tigers. And that's all they'll get, 2-0 Bombers after one. Tigers in the top of the second. They have Scope on second, Romine on first with one out, and Stewart at the dish. He hits into a fielder's choice, leaving runners at the corners with 2 outs for Nico Goodrum. And he singles in a run as the Tigers cut the deficit to 1 on a single from Nico Goodrum. 2 outs, 2 on for Miggy Cabrera, playing third base for the Tigers today, and he strikes out. Yankees batting in the bottom of the second now, 2-1. Nothing doing there. 2-1 Yankees after 2. Top of the order for the Tigers here in the third. Nothing doing there. Yankees top of the order. LeMahieu strikes out, followed by an Aaron Judge home run, and the Yankees take a 3-1 lead. And that's all they'll get. Top of the fourth for the Tigers. It'll be a 0 on the scoreboard for them. Yankees, bottom of 4, have Aaron Hicks at second, Luke Voigt at first. 1 out for Gio Urshela. Urshela strikes out, and Kyle hits into a fielder's choice. After 4, 3-1 Yanks. Tigers batting, top 5. Reyes with a 2-out single and is left stranded. Yankees, bottom 5. 2-out walk to Gleyber Torres. Stanton strikes out. 3-1 Yankees after 5. Top 6 for the Tigers. They strand Jonathan Scope on first base. Bottom of 6 for the Yankees. Hitting off of Bio Buros for the Tigers now. And Luke Voigt doubles in Aaron Hicks to give the Bombers a 4-1 lead now. Urshela walks, 2 on, 1 out for Kyle. He strikes out, and LeMahieu grounds out. 4-1 Yankees after 6. Top 7 now for the Tigers. 2-out single by future Hall of Famer Miguel Cabrera, who's left stranded at first. Yankees batting bottom 7 now. Judge leads off with a single. And Hicks singles for runners at the corners with Miguel Andujar coming to bat off Bo Buros. I take that back. They have switched to Jordan Zimmerman. And Andujar flies out. Severino still rolling along here. The Tigers' 2, 3, 4 hitters are up. We're going to make this call to the pen. I am going to bring in Zach Britton. No, I am going to bring in Tommy Canley, excuse me. He strikes out Castro, strikes out Cron, gives up a single to Scope, so 2 out. Jonathan Scope at first for former Yankee Cameron Maben. And he grounds into a fielder's choice. Yankees batting in the bottom of the 8th with the 7-hole hitter Voigt. And the Yankees bottom of the order goes 1, 2, 3. That'll bring us to the 9th where the Yankees have a 4-1 lead. I might be glutton for punishment, but I have to keep the faith in Aroldis Chapman. 4-1 lead, starting with the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Tigers. This looks like a situation where Chapman could have some success. So let's reset. 4-1 Yankees. Top of the 9th. Chapman in for the save. Romine grounds out. Stewart walks. Nico Goodrum strikes out. And Miguel Cabrera strikes out. And Chapman closes the door. And the Yankees have defeated the Tigers 4-1. So that will conclude this month our next broadcast, I will probably do a monthly wrap-up show, maybe a quick little show, look at league leaders and standings and stuff like that. And then I will be playing this game that you see on the screen. It will be James Paxton going up against Ryan Baruki in Toronto. And then I will probably play Boston the next week, one of these two games. So look for the monthly wrap-up show for March and April, and then my next user game is right here in Toronto. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care.